but I think a lot of it is also like have our personal liberties, like live with freedom, but then live in a way, take actions that also protect the planet and right.
Very altruistic thought, but we're human beings. And, in order to get to that level of unity, I mean, we're tribal. There's a reason why the military only has 150 people in a platoon or unit. I'm not sure of the terminology, but it's because once you get beyond 150 people, and there's like Gore-Tex is a company that's a great example. When they have a factory that gets to 150, 155 people, they build a new one because they know once you get past that point, you're going to have
you stop
a
treating
de-evolution of the unity of that group, right? Wow. And that's just who we are biologically.
We used to, someone wrote a book on this. We used to live in tribes of 150 people.
Yep.
So that's all we know of, like, hey, we take care of this. Once it goes beyond that,
and once you have power over, I'm sure you've heard the term absolute power corrupts absolutely. You have a real degradation in care and concern for other people once it gets to a certain level. And that's, in itself kind of frightening, because what kind of person can lead you to that level of unity? And I think that's where you get more into, the spiritual realm and caring holistically about people. It's why you're seeing such a revival in Christianity, particularly in this country, because that's that message is that love everybody, love your enemy, those that hate you. That's what the Bible's telling you to do is to give love to those people. Unfortunately, our nature is not to do that. Right. Our nature is to make enemies of people, and the farther disconnected you can get from them that aren't on the page of what you're telling them to do, and you have that level of power, we're not instinctually built to manage that load. And,
especially when we're not living in little tribes, 150 people connected, like we're in these city centers,
But even then even down at the tribal level, you're going to butt heads with other tribes. It's that, and that's what I'm saying. It's that disconnection. That disconnection from those people makes it a lot easier to justify doing wrong to those people, and right. That's a real conflict for us. And I think that, and whatever form that takes for you, not having an appreciation, a love, humility, and submission to a higher power is problematic. The only way for us as humans to be able to treat each other right is to understand that we were created by something. We all were. And all things in the universe were. And when you accept that, it becomes a lot easier to treat people the way that you'd want to be treated.
Big time. Thank you, Jeff.
Yeah.
I totally agree. Love is the answer, man.
It is. And, and doesn't, again, I grew up in a Judeo-Christian background and have a Christian faith, but that's, God is love, right? God is grace. Yes. And almost every religion that I know of on this planet shares a similar sentiment, that God is love. We were created out of love. And, I've had some experiences in my life where, I'm fairly convinced that, if we're looking at this from like a physics perspective and a dimensional perspective, fourth dimension being time, I believe the fifth dimension is love, and that's where our God resides.
We're in the garden. It's existential.